Scope.
You're looking at beautiful snow-covered Vermont. The snow is coming down in the northeast and more is expected. Watch for rain then tonight in some spots. Wet weather plagues the East Coast all day and it's not stopping anytime soon. Let's go to Rich Johnson in the Forecast Center with more about this ongoing storm and a live report with Jim Cantore.
All right, thank you, Jill. As we first of all take a look at the Northeast, I want to show you a little bit of the history before we start with what we have right now. The history, some scenes out of New England. We can show you the video out of Boston, and yeah, some more snow today around Boston. Still rain, or actually still snowing right now at Boston, but not for too much longer. Rain, wind is expected for tonight, but that did stop people from walking around and taking care of business today. Temps will be into the 40s today as it actually warms up. What is the situation across the Northeast? Well, here comes the low up the coast. It is raining across New Jersey quite heavily. Farther to the north, though, cold enough air by this high pressure center, so it is still all snow. Temperature is currently into the 20s. This 24 is at Burlington, Vermont. You head a little ways to the east of Burlington and you end up in Stowe, Vermont. And joining us right now, Jim Cantore out of Burlington. Jim cannot wipe that smile off his face. He's enjoying the weather there. What's going on, Jim?
Well, Rich, first of all, welcome to winter's playground. I mean, this is it. It doesn't get any better than this when it snows. As you mentioned, here we are at Stowe. We're right at the Mid-Lodge, and we're looking up as they prepare for night skiing here. The groomers have been out grooming what is about 6 inches of new snow, and this snow's a powder. This is the kind you dream about right in through here, and it's getting a little windy, but still, the snowflakes are flying. No signs of a changeover at this point. Let's find out how Stowe has fared recently. We're going to talk to the Director of Marketing and Sales. This is Mike Colburn, and Mike, thanks for joining us this afternoon. And you can't beat this.
Well, you know, you got me with my ski boots off, so I'm glad to be here. I'm glad to put them on in a couple minutes.
How did the ice storm affect you a couple of weeks ago?
Well, actually, down in the village of Stowe, we actually fared pretty well because the ice pretty much started forming on the mountain at about 1,800 feet, and the community of Stowe itself actually was spared. We didn't have any ice at all in the valley, but up on the mountain the trees took it pretty hard. But we had some logging crews out, and by midweek the following week we were able to get 70, 80, now up to 100% of our trails open, so we're in pretty good shape.
Last weekend, big weekend, Martin Luther King. Was that great for you or what?
Well, you know, again, I have to blame the Weather Channel because we had the PR campaign out there, and luckily you guys came in on Thursday, foot of snow, had a huge weekend.
Excellent. And what do you think about this weekend?
Well, again, you're here, another foot of snow, and so we're looking at another really good weekend. I mean, we've had a bunch of snow this season.
Now, we've had, you know, a very, very powdery snow, and there may be a little bit of a changeover tonight, so some sleet and rain, but we're getting the bulk of the precipitation now. I mean, the mountain would appear to take it because of the kind of snow we've had, right?
Well, what's good about it is we've had a good amount of snowfall today, so if by any chance it warms up later this evening, the groomers can get out there and take what's fallen, because the wind has a way of kicking the snow around, a dry snow, so if it does get a little bit wetter later on, it'll just, they can groom it right into the mountain.
All right, thanks, Mike.
Sure.
Good luck for a great weekend
nice to
here.
have you guys here.
All right, thank you very much. Folks, again, just a great weekend shaping up here at Stowe. I know for me personally, this is a little tough because as I look behind me here and see everybody having fun on the slopes, or soon to be anyway, as night skiing will be underway very shortly, it's a little rough on me, Rich. But right now, we're about 21 degrees, and snow is coming down to beat the band. Back to you.
Well, okay, Jim, and I'm sure this is going to be all work and no play, and you won't be able to ski at all.
Okay, maybe not.
Okay, maybe once then. We'll be checking back with Jim Cantore. All right, as we check this storm now, what do we have going on? We have the rain coming up the east coast here, but yeah, Stowe, Vermont right there. The ski resort's getting pounded by some heavy snow as it lifts up into New England. Latest radar showing the rain up across New Jersey. It is raining around New York City, and just in time for the rush hour, it is really coming in. Western half of New York, this is all rain over here, but then we have that mix which is across interior sections of New England. Down to the coast, it has already changed on over. Checking out the latest closer view, you can see all of New Jersey is covered with rain. It is just a nasty night for rain in New York City. Heaviest of the rain coming during the rush hour. Well, this is the setup in the southeast, a cold front approaching. Speaking of the cold front, we had thunderstorms and some severe weather today in the state of Florida. some of the scenes out of Florida today. There was some damage from the tornadoes that moved on by. This is Grove City. You're looking at the damage after some of the severe weather on the west coast. It's confirmed a tornado ripped through the Indigo Mobile Home Park in Grove City this morning. Charlotte County officials say several people reported seeing the tornado. 20 to 25 other homes are reported damaged. So that is the situation across Florida. It is improving. Still some thunderstorms southern Brevard County. Those are moving away. So the worst of the weather now over with. Well, that wraps up the situation across the Northeast and the Southeast. If you want more information about the weather and you're going to be away from your television set, check it out at weather.com. Jill standing by to look at the west and have a look at your forecast.
Okay, thanks, Rich. Behind our storm, it's all cold air, so no changing back and forth, no rain and sleet, all snow through here. But what you're getting underneath this little batch of clouds